Hello. So today I'm going to talk about the break statement. So since you guys already know about loops and everything, so let's see how break works. So basically, break statements will terminate the loop. So we'll terminate the loops. So an example, let's say um, you have a loop and the condition is true. It's always true. So if I do something like hello world or anything, it's gonna go on forever. Like it won't end, right? But let's say I want it to print 5 times, but I don't want to use the condition here. So what will I do? So I create a counter here, and then after every hello world, I increment it by 1. And then if I is equals to 5, I will break. So what does it mean? So you print hello world and then you increment it. If I is already 5 now, then you break the loop. It won't go to another cycle. So if I try to run it, it will print hello world 5 times. So you can use break for while and even for loops. So I'm going to give you 2 questions that you can solve using break statement. So the first one is um, find an input or a given input is prime or not. So how do we do this? So if you guys don't know, prime are basically numbers which can be divided by 1 and the number by itself. So if I have 4, it can be divided by 1, 2 and 4. And since not only 4 and 1, it also can be divided by 2, it's not a prime number. So examples of prime numbers is 7, which only can be divided by 1 and 7. So how can we find it? Let's get the input first. And then let's give a prompt, enter a value, int input is equal to se.next int. So if you want to find a number is prime or not, the easiest way to do is you divide it by 2 first to find is it even or not. Because by finding a number is even or not, you can actually um, uh, reduce half of the number, because half of the numbers out there are even and all the even numbers are not prime. So first you check, is it even? If it's not even, then if it's even, then it's not prime. If it's not even, then you check, can it be divided by every single number from the number above it until the half of the number. So let's say if you want to see 7 is an even number, so what you'll do, you check, can it be divided by 3 and every single number until the half of 7. So half of 7 is obviously you will get a decimal point. So you will floor it, or you will discard the decimal point. So 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So I know in this case you just take only divide by 3. uh, Maybe in some other cases, let's say you want to find is 17 a odd number. So now you check, can it be divided by 2? If not, you check can it be divided by 3 until 17 divided by 2. 17 divided by 2 is 8 or 8.5, but you take the 8 only. So if it's not divided by 2, then you check is it divided by 3 until the half of the number, which is 8. So let's code it. Okay, if input is 0, if the remainder is 0, if divided by 2, that means it's even, then obviously it's not prime. So just print it is not prime. Else, let's use a for loops. So let's create a for loop. The first number that you're gonna divide is 3 because I already tested 2, so now it's 3. You might be wondering why not 1, because every number is divided by 1, so it doesn't matter. So it starts on 2 and it's not divided by 2, so now you check from 3 until I, same as the input half, then just plus I. Okay. Okay, so now if input divided by the I, or the remainder with I, is equals to 0, that means it can be divided by I, that means it is not a prime. And now you break. So since you already found that it can be divided by some of or any of the number between in this range, you don't have to check other numbers, because all you need to prove that one number is not prime, it can be divided by any number except the 1 and the number itself. So if it didn't break, that means it couldn't be divided by any numbers in that range. So now we can tell it is an even number. I'm sorry, but it is a prime number. So let's check is my logic is correct. Enter a value. So let's enter 12. It's not prime. So okay, let's check 4. It's not prime. Let's check 100. It's not prime. Let's check 17. It's a prime number. Let's give another prime number. Let's give 37. It is a prime number. So this is one of the case where you can use break statement. Thank you.